relation to the serious and violent crime, we have announced in April that there was a dramatic decline, especially the conduct crime category, which includes domestic violence, as well as in trio crimes, which include house and business robberies, as well as hijacking. Again, this time around, as we have compared crime since the lockdown to crime over the same period in 2019, while the figures remain low, comparatively speaking, we have noted slight increase in some crime categories. The reasons behind the increase or decrease in crime is yet to be determined and confirmed by our crime analyst. However, we do believe that the slight increase is due to the relaxation of the lockdown restrictions, which has seen increased movement of people and traffic on the road as more companies have gone back to the business again. In the conduct crime, if we compare, we'll compare same periods last year or outside the lockdown and inside the lockdown. For instance, 26 March to 21st March 2019 and 27 March to 19 2020. We had murder, that is 2,970, but under lockdown we had 1,072. The difference was 1,898. As we go forward, I will just mention the figures that we have gone down with. On rape, we are 4,431 down. On attempted murder, we are 1,439 down. On assault GBH, we are 17,796 down. On robbery with aggravating circumstances, we are 9,427 down. When you go to trio crimes, the difference will be on the same dates. On car hijack, we are 1,868 down. On robbery non-residential, we are 1,798 down. On robbery at residential, we are 1,482 down. Cash in transit robberies, when compared incidents of the cash in transit robberies during lockdown to the same period on 2019, the number has dropped remarkably from 26 to 4 incidents. Although the lockdown figures for serious and violent crime are still lower in comparison to 2019, we have noted an increase in hijacks, especially if we compare the first 2 weeks of level 5 to the first 2 weeks of level 4. Most hijacks incidents were recorded in Gauteng, followed by Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and Eastern Cape. Let me take this opportunity to commend police in Gauteng for the arrest on the 19th May 2020 of 4 suspects who have since been linked to 18 other hijacks, some of which were committed during the lockdown period, mostly in Boksburg and other parts of Gauteng. The intelligence-led operation between the SAPS and the Specialized Law Enforcement Unit from Gauteng Provincial Traffic led police to Soweto, where police arrested the suspect and recovered suspected stolen goods. 2 vehicles and a gun with ammunition were seized for further investigation. A lot of other crime-fighting successes have been achieved during lockdown. For instance, we have had 2 major drug busts just in the past week alone. Police in Eastern Cape on Wednesday confiscated drugs, mandrax and dacha, worth an estimated value of 4 million rand in a routine inspection at the health checkpoint outside Middelburg in the Eastern Cape. 2 suspects, both foreign nationals, were arrested. On Monday, the 18th May, members of the Hawks intercepted a truck which was en route to Cape Town and found in a container cocaine worth over 30.4 million, and the 37-year-old suspect was arrested. Let me also take this opportunity to condemn the violence in relation to the multiple murder yesterday afternoon in the Guamakuta policing precincts in KwaZulu-Natal, which is on south of Durban. 7 young men aged between 21 and 36 were killed by unknown suspects, and the circumstances are now under investigation. Police must leave no stone unturned in ensuring that the suspects are found and brought to book. Allow me to begin with welcoming the long-term sentences handed down on 2 convicted rapists yesterday. A 66-year-old Cape Town man, Herman Hanger, was handed 15 life sentences plus 30 years for rape and abduction. We also welcome the life sentence on a former police captain after being found guilty of raping his 10-year-old granddaughter 18 years ago. He was found guilty in 2000 in the in Sterkfontein Court and was given a life sentence. Coming to GBV, I have noted recent media reports claiming that gender-based violence is on the increase. During the week, one report even claimed that GBV cases had gone up by 500% during the lockdown. While not undermining the gravity of the scourge of GBV in the country, it is important to clarify that this increase is actually in relation to the number of distress calls made to the GBV command center and not necessarily reported cases. Actually, when we refer to the gender-based violence, these would cover all crimes against women and children, as well as LGBTQI+ community. For instance, if a woman walking to the shop is mugged and robbed at the gunpoint of her personal belongings by a random suspect, that incident is recorded as crime against women and therefore falls under GBV. Therefore, for purpose of measuring the impact of the lockdown on homes and families, we use cases of domestic violence. With domestic violence, we refer to the incidents such as sexual assault, rape, pointing of firearm, murder, attempted murder, assault, and assault, GBH, kidnapping, and such instances. The victim and suspect usually have a relationship. As I have mentioned before, some of the suspects in such cases are uncles, exes, either could be ex-boy or ex-girl, wives and girlfriends, husbands, fathers, partners, siblings, but people well known to the victim. If we compare the period 27 March to 25 May 2019 with the lockdown period from 27 March to 19 2020, there is a sharp decrease from 21,000 in 2019 to 6,000 cases of domestic violence during the lockdown, giving us percentage decrease of 68.4%. The numbers are in reference to reported cases. Therefore, there is a possibility that there could be a victim at home who have not or cannot report to the police for different reasons. To assist in this regard so that victims do not feel vulnerable, neglected and unprotected, we urge victims to report to the police because police can really only come in after the crime has already taken place in the private space of homes. We urge the neighbors who are often aware have reasons to suspect violent domestic disruption to alert the police. Friends, relatives, or someone within the shared residence may also alert the police about the abuse on behalf of the victim. As far as possible, victims of domestic violence are reminded that they may approach the courts for the protection order and hand those orders to the nearest police stations. The current situation in the COVID-19 lockdown makes it particularly necessary for people to contact the police telephonically as movement is limited. As an alternative, the SAPS emergency number 10111 can be called in an emergency, including when a crime is in progress. This is for agent intervention by the police to disrupt further commission of the crime. In areas where there are no 10111 call centers, calls are diverted to the police station closest to the caller. Callers that want to remain anonymous may contact SAPS Crime Stop number 08600 10111 or send a tip-off via My SAPS app, which can be downloaded on Android and iPhone. Other contact details could GBV Command Center or 0800 428 428. Childline toll free 0800 05 55. Lifeline 0800 150 150. Human trafficking hotline 0800 222 777. Members of the public must also report poor service by the police or lack thereof first to the station management, whose contact numbers must to be visible place in the CSC. That is the front desk of the South African Police. Complaints can also be lodged with the National Service Complaints Call Center on 080 033 3177. The auto-attendant voice prompts will assist and direct the complainant on how to lodge such a service complaint. An email can also be sent to complaints nodal point at saps.gov.za.